How you doing, Brittany? You know, we learned about you. You're a very picky eater. Is that right?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, why don't we bring in 2 Hawaiian traditional gifts right now for you? Brittany, this show is about challenges, and we're going to see what you're really made of. How willing are you to go all the way and prove it? Hello. What is that? How willing are you to go all the way and prove it to the other guys? One of these is squid. The other one is poi, which is boiled taro root.
Oh, what's that?
Which one are you going to dig into?
I think the poi. The root. The root?
Pass that over. Oh. Prove it to these guys what you're made of. Put down as much of that as you can. Yes, you do. Oh, yeah!
Now here, this is, I suppose this will be the last clip I use today. This is now, he's taking from the first part where we've found the weakest link of the male. So think of incentives and think of incentives. He's already pointing out the weakest link of the male. He had another male put another woman on a pedestal. And so now we have a third woman who, I say woman, a girl, who, after not being put on that pedestal, now, and not being asked the first question, now she's in a position where she has nothing to stand on as far as when we're making teams. And so now it's an added pressure. I like to think of this as pressure on the middle class. You see like maybe the lower class accept their fate, higher class, they like their position. Now the middle class are left to fight for what's theirs. And so now with this added pressure, with the same incentive, the same incentive as the beginning, but now added pressure as people have pointed out others. Now she is. It's easier for her to get. Gonna have to cut a lot of this out. It's easier for her to put her into a position where she has to prove herself. Now that she is in a position to prove herself, it's almost like you can think of it as an initiation ritual, or you can think of it as what's the other word? Plug the other word in here if you like. Humiliation tactic. Now that she has to prove herself, you can almost, in some instances, like going to college sororities and such, it's almost in a position where you can get her to do whatever because she's looking for the stability of a placement. Kind of. Gustave talks about this in his book when he talks about the middle class going to college. And as more people go to college, there's still a limited amount of spaces for professions. So even though you might have a more educated society, there's still a limited amount of roles. And so it's still a pressure that can still apply to them, even if they are educated, even if they meet the requirements. And with this, you have a separation. You have separation of those chosen, separation of those ready to work harder, and separation of those who have who detest the system as a whole.
It has to do with the fact that I knew that those guys were watching me, and that they had to decide whether or not I was going to be their partner, if they wanted me to be their partner or not. So I knew I had to show them that I have the will to do it. So I showed them.
I'm going to show the force.